From survivor to healer. The world exploded into chaos and silence in a single breath as the plane plummeted from the sky, leaving me as the sole heartbeat amidst the wreckage. I awoke in a tangled mess of metal and memories, the air thick with the scent of fuel and fear. Every bone in my body screamed for release, but it was my heart that bore the heaviest weight. Survivor's guilt wrapped around me like a shroud, whispering that I was unworthy of this second chance. Yet, as the days crawled by, I realized that my greatest adversary was not the disaster itself but the unforgiving storm within. Marooned in a vast expanse of wilderness, my body healed more quickly than my spirit. Each sunset painted the sky with hues of hope and despair, a reminder that life continued its relentless march forward. I built a shelter, not just from the elements but from the shadows of my past that threatened to consume me. It was here, surrounded by the symphony of nature, that I slowly began to unravel the knot of blame I had tied around my heart. The silence of the forest spoke volumes, teaching me that forgiveness was not a destination but a journey I had to embark on. With every step I took towards civilization, I shed layers of self-reproach, each one heavier than the last. I learned to forgive the mistakes that had led me here, to embrace the scars as stories of survival rather than shame. The wilderness had become my teacher, its lessons etched into my soul. Compassion for myself bloomed quietly, like wildflowers in the underbrush, resilient and unexpected. By the time I stumbled upon a road, and eventually, salvation, I had already found my way back to my own heart. Emerging from the wilderness, I was greeted by the astonished faces of strangers, yet it was the reflection in their eyes that truly mattered. I had transformed in those solitary days, not just as a survivor but as someone who had learned to forgive the past to embrace the future. In the aftermath of tragedy, I discovered that the greatest journey was not one of miles but of moments, those that taught me the power of letting go. And as I shared my story, the lesson was clear: healing begins when we find the courage to forgive ourselves and step boldly into the life we are meant to live.